time, round around. And you can even let your hips wiggle if that feels good a little bit. But sometimes if you wake up stiff, that might not feel good. It might feel better to pull your shoulder blades away and anchor the hips and let the stretch happen up and away from the stiffness. Yeah. Nice and easy. Good. And then we're going to round both shoulders up, press down your bar. So use your arms to create the motion of the bar. So I'm not using elbows, right? I'm going to use the shoulders. So check where it is that your elbows are tempted to bend. That's probably a place where you're misusing your shoulders. Good. And then try going the other way. Ooh, I've got this one spot on my left. I feel it every time. Good. Yeah, room. Good. Yeah, and then let those arms settle back to the front. You're just going to push your arms one way, let your head turn the other. So this isn't a hard push, just letting them glide straight across. And then the other way. Just, again, undoing the kinks of the week on this Friday. Good. I will do one more each way. And the other way. Good. Feel good? Do you feel that nice neck stretch? Good. Yeah, it feels really good. And so just when you go, you can pay attention to what your head wants to do. So mine wants to lay down on one side and then turn the other side. That just generally is what your body's going, please stretch this. But try it both ways, with the head falling and with the head turning. And just see what happens in your body and what feels more necessary or helpful to you. That said, also be aware, I think we talked about this on Wednesday, about stretching deeper into a pattern that may not serve you, right? So if it's hard for you to do it one way, maybe you need to do that one more. Just saying. Just self-assess. Then we're going to take the bars to our hips. Nice exhale. Inhale, hold it, opening those collarbones, and then slow release forward. Good. Exhale. Inhale and slow release, right? Easy pattern. And then you're going to, as you do this one, find those feet. Lift those kneecaps. Collarbones open. Good. And one more. Good. And then let's press to the side. So again with the obliques, but this side a little firmer, yeah? Inhale, exhale, other side. Good. Repeating the alternating sides. Good. So not only does this wake up your obliques, but on the sides of your spine, running up and down it, the little spinal rotators and stabilizers. Good. And last one to each side. Good. And we're going to flip over right away. And we're standing with our backs to the mat. We're not going to press all the way. I want you to just give yourself a little quarter press and hold it. See how your body responds. And then bring it back in. So inhale, exhale, press. Inhale, exhale, stay there. Just reaffirming the press without pushing further. Good. And then bring it back in. So this little tiny press is a couple of things. One, we want to see if our transverse abdominis helps us here. Two, the longer we're here, I want you to notice, can you keep the pressure, or does the pressure start coming from neck and shoulders? Down. That's it, yeah. That's it. So let your abdominals still hold you there. Good. And one more press. That's it. Just standing your ground. Good. Okay. So, let's press there. Good. And then we're just going to slide the hands up again. Not our big full press, just until you feel the resistance. And seeing if your TVA turns on. And then bring it back down. Release it in. Inhale, exhale, press that little press. Good. And glide up. Glide down. And back in. Trying to prime your system. That's better. Yes, I see more ribs drop down in the front. That's good. Let's do 2 more. Good. Good. And last one, just a little press, right? My arms aren't pushing all the way forward. Just enough till you feel the resistance. And then up and back down. Good. All right, from here, press your bar forward. Now you've got a full-on extension. Yay! That should feel kind of good. Then we're going to step your left foot forward. And then I want the back foot to push the heel down and see if your abdominals lift up here. Maybe you get even sort of a hollowing under the front of the right hip. That would be great. Good. Step back. Now you're in a plank. Good. And then float back to home. Arms are still long till you're all the way home. Good. Bring the arms back in. And then press out. Float into your plank. Now the right foot steps forward. Good. Inhale and exhale. Reach the left heel down from the back of the heel. Feel the back line get long. See if the front line lifts up. Your abdominals come up. Maybe psoas comes up and in instead of pushing out. Good. And then inhale, exhale, step back. Now you're in your plank. Good. And then staying long, long, long the whole way up. Woo. Good. And then bring that back in. Okay, can we do one more each side? Is that helpful? Okay. So, pressing forward. Find your plank. Left foot steps forward. Good. Reach the right heel down. See if you feel that little hollow up through your insides. Good. Maybe you can gently add in your pelvic floor. Good. And then step back into your plank. And then float home. Again, all the way home. That's it. That's it. Good. All right. Last side. Arms press forward. Floating out. Good. Right step forward. Reaching the left heel down all the way through the back of that leg. You can even feel like the left hip sits bone will come down the back of the leg while the kneecap pulls up it. Good. And then step back into your plank. Good. And then control all the way up. Ooh, find your front side, Lovey. Find your front side. That's it. Good. How do I see? I'm looking in the screen over here. That's how I see you. Eyes in the back of my head. All right. So let's take the bar from behind us. Hi. Good morning.
It was all that sound.
Palms facing forward. Good. We're going to step away just a little bit so the arms are floating. And then exhale, pull forward. You get that abdominal lift. Slow release back. And exhale, pull. That's it. Good. Just simple little pull. Again, whole arm, right? Working all the way from the top of that armpit. Good. Beautiful. Good. And yes, good. All right. Last one. Good. Now hold the bar to your booty. Exhale into a bow, keeping your collarbones wide. So a lot of times you come into the bow and immediately curl in. So I want you to keep them wide, and notice that for some of us, that's harder to do with the bar, right? I can feel myself squishing the side of my body. That's okay. It's your body. Let it squish, right? That makes sense? You guys might be a little more petite, but Mark, I have the feeling, will be more like me because he's so broad. Does that make sense? A little pulling out into the edges of your bar as you bow. And then unfurl, release. Yeah? I'm going to step a little further away here. And then up and release. Good. Oh, that's nice. Yes. Good. And last one. Good. I love it. So then let's step forward with your left foot. Right heel is raised now. Bend the right knee, pull towards your booty. Straighten the right knee, release. Inhale, exhale, pull. Push with the right toe, as if you're trying to push your weight onto the front left foot. Yes? That's it. You're dragging that thing behind you, whatever that is. But you're doing it with the help of your abs. So not my back, just dragging it along, right? No. We're here, really getting strong in to the front. Yep. Pull that pubic bone up to your belly button and ribs down to the hips. Good. One more. Good. All right, then we'll step back to home. So you might see Mark. I don't know if you noticed Mark, but he was doing a bow. Oh. I did not stop him because he is always very strong in his back and needs a little reminder to do this part of him, these ribs. And if you're the same, feel free to do that in a bow. Yeah? So other leg forward. No, it's good. I would rather you do that than you be in your back, right? Sometimes we have to go further than what we need to get where we need to be. And again, back heel is raised and back big toe is pushing, helping that whole body drag this bar along. If all you feel is the inside of your elbows, use your pinkies. Get those guys to help out. Use your other fingers to help out. You might be just sitting on one edge of your hand. Yeah, is that you? Yes, okay. Well, good. I'm glad I brought it up. Did adjusting help? Okay, good. Good. All right. And then we'll come back to home and turn ourselves around. I need a sip of water, you guys. I'm sorry, my mouth is really dry. So hopefully we're feeling gently lifted already. Yes? So let's wake up our legs a little bit more. In a squat. So sitting in a squat, arms are going to stay forward. Just come down, find a place that feels pretty good. Sometimes if we get down here and we let that, the back of the sacrum widen, it can feel like a stretch. Come all the way back up, collarbones open, heels pressing down. So don't let yourself swing onto your toes. Keep the back of the heels down. Good. And then sitting. Good. Press. Good. That's it. Nice. Yes. Good. What if your gaze was up toward your mount or at yourself in the mirror? That would be okay too, or in your screen instead of down. Just let that stay up. Good. That's it. Good. And one more. Nice. All right. We're going to do the same squat. As we come up, we're just going to press to the side. So instead of coming up to center, we're going to let ourselves rotate the torso a little bit and press to the side. Each side will alternate. That's it. So think about going up stairs, like the ones I have in my house that go around 2 corners to go to the next flight, the next level, right? So you've got to step and turn. Good. That's a good. Shoulders come with you. Good. And last one. Nice. Good. And then let's take a step forward. I'm going to back up so that when I step forward, I still have a little resistance on here. We're going first just a step. Now paddle down to the side. And other foot step. Paddle to the other side. So I'm going to show you me, because my habit is to tilt back, right? You're right. So, yeah, I know. What is that about? Why do we do that? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yes. Yep, chest out and on our toes forward. So to do that, right? Crazy. Crazy. Good. All right, and last one on each side, because then I want to take that into a lunge. Yep, so we're just getting warmed up in that forward position. So now we're stepping forward, landing. If you can on your heel, it's okay if you land on your toe. Just get your heel down after, right? So think, why would it be okay to land on your toe? Because sometimes you're jumping and you need to land on your toe first, right? You don't always land hard on your heel. So we'll alternate sides. Just again, each time you're gonna find that heel, press it down, pushing down to your side, and hold this moment. You want this shoulder open. Yes, good. And then back up. And then other side, down. Check your shoulder, open it up. That's it, good. So the cue I've been using a lot in the studio this week is your armpit is a spray can of paint. Spray out the back nozzle with that shoulder. Look at Luna. She is so unbothered. Do you see where she is? She's no. Good. Oh. Oh. Oh, and now she wants it open. Yeah. Oh, is he? Oh. All right, so I'm gonna come down on my left foot because that's where I started here. All right, and then we're gonna come up into a knee lift. Should be slack right here. Yeah, should be a little slack right here. Then we rotate to the other side. Now we pick up a little tension. Good. Come back to center and back down to that lunge. Open your shoulder. Spray paint out the back of your nozzle. Good. That's it. Up. Rotate. Through no tension. There should be no tension in the front. Good. And back down. Good. That's it. And up. Ooh. Rotate. Good. No tension at the front. Back into tension. And down. And this is our last one. Good. And front. Woo. And back down into your lunge. Good. All right. From here, take the bar forward. So now you have just a little bit of tension on it. Still in your lunge. Now we're going to lunge straight into balancing stick or standing body balance, right? So forward, up. Good. Back down. Land, set your shoulders, pull those abs back in and pull your bar toward you so that, and with a little press down so that you get that activation again. Good. Up, bar stays close, little bit of tension. Good. And back down. Good. And let's do 2 more. Up. Good. Pull it in. Good. Now we're going to hold this one. Good. Now we're not going into star, but we are taking our arms forward if we can. We're going to see if we can let go of, some of the slack, or sorry, some of the tension. And then we're going to come upright. Just up. Keep your leg off the mat. Good. Hinge. Again, forward. I know, just up and down, right? So we're not letting ourselves use the bar as help, other than to give us a nice strong grip. Make sure shoulders so that we can grip our fists or create tension in our fist or feet. We'll have better balance. See if it works with you around that bar without, I know. Good. Do we get 4 attempts? Oof. I think. And then we're just going to plant both feet and bring the bar back down. Yeah? Okay. I know where it goes. Wow. All right, so we get to have that little balance series on the other side. So we'll start with right foot forward. Anyone need to give their hands a break for a second? Hands okay? Okay. All right. So stepping forward with your right foot. You have tension down here as you row to the side. No tension as you come up. Back into a little bit of tension as you rotate toward your left. Yeah? Good. Back to center. And then back down into your lunge. Good. Up, no tension. Good. That's it. Yeah, good. Whoa. That's it. Back into tension. If you're not getting any tension right here, you can probably step back just a smidge. I want you to have to feel it coming back at you because it's going to want to push you. None, and then back. But the front, I definitely want none. Good. Is this number 4? Okay, so then we stay down here if that was your number 4. And now we go flying into our body balance, our standing body balance, our balancing stick. So up. Good. And then see if you can take those arms forward. Whoa. Good. And then come back down. And we're going to add on a sec. So first let's get this guy going. Down, up, whoa. Bah. Forward. That's it. Good. Yeah. I think I was sneaky. Yes, it is. So then after you get those 4, then we're going to come up and hinge forward. Just staying on that one leg. So remember, if you're feeling the little scream low, that's likely that it's not holding in, especially as we come upright. See if you can let that stay somewhat plugged in. It's not unusual to rotate in a little as we bend, right? That's okay. But as we stand, we want to let it rotate back out. As we hinge, sorry, as we flex. That's nice. Yep, good. Your ankle?
Stabilizers.
So Mark's not feeling his glute, but he's feeling all the stabilizing muscles on the sides of his ankle, which is also, of course, very valuable, especially for someone who ruptured his Achilles there. Needs some more of that. So, how you feeling? My right glute is talking. Yes, I hope yours is too. Okay, so we're going to take our, let me start this way. I always want to start this way. Take our hands and put left hand on the bottom, right hand on the underhand grip. So I've got it like so. Yep, left hand on the bottom, right hand on top. Yep, so it looks like I'm holding it like this. All right. And we're gonna step to our left. Yep, dropping down, good, and then pressing out. Did I just tell you the wrong side? No, that's fine. That's it, yeah. Good, nice and easy, finding that deep plie, a little deeper, and then up, good. I'm sorry, Deshelle? Left, so left hand's on bottom, I'm stepping to the left. Good question. Good. And one more. Good, okay. So then we're gonna hold it to the left. Nice pivot to your left. And I want you to pull with that bottom arm as much as you push with the top. That's it, good. Just pivot back to center. Good, and pivot to your left, pull and push. Good. All right. So here's where I want you to be mindful of leaning into that bar, right? We're using body weight. I want you to use muscle, right? Muscle, not mass. Good. That's it. Good. And one more, holding it here. Good, okay, now we're gonna step that back foot forward. So that's my right. Step it in, rotate across your body, keeping your axial length. Come back to center, step it back, you're in your lunge again. That's right, yes. Keeping your axial length. So you're rotating on your axis, right? That's it, good. And then back, find your lunge again. Good. So I'm going to show you a side view from my lunge, stepping in. I rotate, I'm really trying hard to not lean in my strap. So here's me forward, right? I want to be able to still anchor that left heel. Can you still anchor your left heel? The one that's farthest away from the mat. That's better, Lisa. Yes. Love that. Good. Anchor that left heel down. And then when you do that, you might feel your right ball of foot push down more. Yeah. Good. Okay. I love it. Good. And then we'll just step back to center. Nice job, gang. We'll switch hands. So now I've got left on top, right on bottom. All right, and then we'll step to our right. Did that make sense? That twist? Yeah, you're trying to mimic your pole like a salt and pepper shaker, a pepper grinder. That's it. Good. See if you can come down and get a little deeper. Come on down. There we go. Good. That's it. Yeah, I know. It takes me 3 to get down as far as I can. 3, 2, 1. Good. Fine. Good. And let's do one more and then one to hold. Good. So holding this next one. Now it's just our pivot. And again, pulling with the bottom hand just as much as we push with the top. Good, and then come back to center. Simple, yeah? Pivot, pull. If you want to add, Mark is adding a forward arm. You can, yeah. But again, watch which arm does it. Is it mostly the top? Is it mostly the bottom? Make them both do their share. That's it, good. Good, and let's do one more and then one to hold. Yep, okay, so now we're holding. Now here's where we add our step in. Anchor your right heel, your outside heel as you rotate to the side. Back to center, back to your lunge. So we go from upright line to hinge line, right? Almost like a kickstand squat. Rotate, center, back. Good. And that's it. Good. Yes, this looks good on this side. I see self-correcting. I see that sort of lean and then getting your feet and coming back into your body. That's great. Good. And then this can be your last one. Oops, where am I? Lunge, tap, rotate, keeping with my feet. And lunge. And then back to center. Good. And then the bar goes flat. Legs are wide and straight. Take a moment to just hinge, pulling your bar right down beneath you. Spine is straight. There you go, good. Round up through your spine, and we're gonna hinge again. Yeah, so happy dog tail up. Good. Pull the bar a little towards you, and then come back, good. And one more time. Good. Feel good? And then you can step back to home. All right, let's change out our bar for our straps. And we'll take a nice high gulf interlude. And if you feel good about it and want to make that be a windmill, you certainly can. So you just step to the side, push off with the back foot, reach up. And if you want to take it all the way around, you can. And then we'll do the same thing the other way. So what I don't want is this. I don't know if that's visible. My shoulder's getting pulled by the strap into my ear. You need to spray your paint out your armpit. Shh. Right? Shh. That's it. Even back here, if I'm spraying the back of the room, I need to be spraying out, not up into my, don't let the nozzle head come up here by your ear. It's down here under your armpit. Push it out. Shh. Yeah, makes sense? I know. So even though this motion feels good, it's not a throwaway motion. There are no throwaway motions in Pilates. Not like yoga where you get to just lay there. Nothing wrong with yoga, just saying. Different modality. Good, and we'll do one more this way. Keep the hand on, catch myself. Spray it out, Mona. Good. Feel kind of good? Yeah? Okay, good. Good. So then we are going to turn ourselves around with our backs to the mat. Lisa, we're going to be coming down to our knees. Mark, I think you have your pads right there. Okay. So not right off the bat, but in a second. Yeah? Well, just saying be ready because we're going to be going into it. So we're going to start first with a lunge away from the mat, just stepping forward, punching with one hand, pushing ourselves forward, come back. Good. And then other side. Push with that back toe. Good. Back heel should be raised. That's it. Good. Good. So remember way back during our warm-up when we were facing this direction with the bar, can you find that same hollow, that length and hollow through the abdominals on that side? Good. Last one on each side. Good. And then we're going to come down to the floor. So we're going to press both hands forward, step forward with one foot, come down as low as you can. So we're using our straps like they are a counter of some kind. Bring the other knee underneath. Other foot comes forward, tuck that back toe, push those arms forward, feel those abs turn on, come all the way back up, step to home. That foot that just came back last goes forward first. So press, keep, that's it, I know. Good, so now it's my left coming underneath, the right coming forward. Good, back toe is tucked under so that you can come all the way up. The right one comes back to home. Good, now the right one goes forward. And come down. Good. Right one underneath. Left one forward. Good. Press into both feet. Good. Come back to home. Good. And then last round, left foot forward. And all the way down. And now the left knee just comes underneath and we release those arms. Yep, we're in high kneel now. Your toes can be tucked under if that's comfortable for them, or you can be flat on your toenails. Either way. On the reformer in high kneel, you would likely be up in a tucked toe position up against your shoulder blocks. We're going to bring the elbows into the waist. Exhale, push forward and slightly low. You should feel your abdominals lift up. And then bring it back into your sides. Exhale, press. Good, and back up. See if you can make that breath nice and long. And start it from your pelvic floor. Just feel it gently lift, not a clenching lift, but it lifts and helps support the abdominals lifting up to the diaphragm and the breath on its way out. Good. And one more. Nice. Arms are going to come up to your armpits. Press straight forward. Good. Open the hands out to the side and hug a tree. Can you get that same sensation of pelvic floor lift? Not a big clench, just 20% effort, but then it gives the foundation to everything above it. Good. Last two. And last one. Now we take that on the diagonal. One arm goes up to the left, the other one goes down to the right. Exhale, bring them back together. Rotate like you're rotating around a big ball, and then open up the other way. Right up, left down. Rotate around your ball. Good. That's it. Does that make sense? So you're picturing you're here, here's your ball, rotate around it, then open the other way. Shoot, shoot, wheat. Good. Yeah. So the fun thing about this one is that now your pecs and obliques are feeling the load from different sides, as well as your biceps. So trying to get better integration through more ranges of motion, right? That biceps tendon, because as women, we tend to overuse that little thing. Good. And last one on each side. That's it. Good. Good. And then back to center. Good. How are we? Good. All right. Then we're going to take our straps up, sit on our booties, legs swing in front of us. And then here you might have to play a little bit. I want you to be able to push your straps forward. So feel where you are. If this feels already like you're going to hunker down or roll backwards, booty walk back so you can get in a better position. We're going to bring the elbows to our sides, and we're going to swoop down, scooping the abs in, pulling them back away from our fingers. So some of us will feel like this pressure is where we want to roll back. I want you to be in control of it. So even if your pelvis tilts, you're going to push those heels down, really dig them down. Staying in that deep bow, the arms come up to your ears, and then we float all the way up, upright. Arms circle out to the side, then tuck in like two wings at your sides. Good. Exhale, bow deep. Hands come along the mat forward. Keep pushing your heels down, reaching your legs away from you. Arms to your ears. Float the spine up and all the way around. Yeah? Good. Good. That's it. I just want to watch and see what you're doing. That's it. Reach through those legs. The more you get down here, the more I want you to pull your legs away from you, right? Trying to shoot them away. Because the pressure is going to want to let you roll back like this. You have to work extra hard to get those guys to go away. Does that make sense? Good. Last one. Nice. Okay. Good. Let's scoot on down to our backs. Rolling ourselves all the way down to the mat. Good. Reach up and grab onto your ropes. Good. And when you're ready, you're going to give yourself a hip bridge, first in rounding spine. So inhale and exhale, round up. Inhale, exhale, round down. And this first one should feel good. Check your shoulders that you're still keeping the top of your arm connected into the wing bones on your back. Good. And last one. Good. Stay lifted. Pull both elbows down to your waist. Push your heels down, right? Push the heels through the floor. Hopefully you get a nice opening through the front of your hips. If you pull down and then push your ribs out, you will not get any opening through the front of the hips, and instead might start to feel tension down in the quad. Yes, I see you looking for that little extra bit. Good. Good. And we're just going to stay there rowing those arms. Elbows in, fists trying to get further out, but keeping the elbows in. So think like a little mini double door here. That's it. Come on, push the heels through. Good. What's that, Diana? Oh. Yeah. I'm doing exactly what you're doing, just slower. Slow on the way up. So good. And then we're going to take just the right arm, pull it down, right leg comes up into tabletop. Good. And then switch. Left arm, left leg in tabletop. Now, can you still drive through the heel, whatever heel's on the ground? And if you're not sure if you're driving, lift the ball of the foot up so that the only thing that's touching the ground is the heel. Good. That's better. Lisa, do you feel how now you're shifting out of your back a little bit? Can you do that again? Press, heel, press, push the ground away. Not with your knees. So that's another thing. If you're trying to push the ground away with your knees, you're not going to feel that. You want to really let the heel reach down. Good. All right, and last one on each side. Good. And then both hips press up one last time and then round all the way down. And then we can put our feet in straps. Yay. I know. I feel like we haven't had time for feet in straps. There's been too much to do. Maybe we should make Friday the official feet and strap day. Friday feet and straps. All right, so once you get in your feet and straps, you can hang for just a moment, even letting your feet go all the way to monkey feet, so you have butterfly opening in your legs. And if it feels good, you can grab onto your strap and pull up or pull in more. So you have that moment of just letting your spine relax. Good. And then we're going to find our frog feet. So soles now start to rotate away from you like they're pushing on a bar. Heels are together, and we're just going to drive straight out, feeling the back of the legs come together, pull back in. Good. Good. So you're being mindful of that sacrum, right? It's not rocking and rolling. And so I have hands here so you can see my pubic bone and hip bone staying still. It also helps me know if they are rocking, right? You can see my elbows bend because my pelvis is pushing my arms. So keeping that still. Yeah, good. And one more. Good. We're going to turn this into a leaping frog. So pulling those legs in, keeping your thighs still, extend your legs out to the side, and then sweep them down low and together. Pull them back in like a frog. Good. Keep the thighs still, extend out to the side, sweep them together. Okay, so now that you have the rhythm, here's how you're going to finesse it. When you bring them in, your back is not going to buckle and flex. It's going to stay still. When you extend out, the thighs will stay still until they're all the way extended. At that moment, you can press them down to the earth before you circle them together. Yeah? So in, pelvis still as long as you can. Open, thighs as still as long as you can. Then down before you circle in. Good. This is our last one. Our last one together, because you are welcome after class, of course, to do as many more as you'd like. So those long legs are going to come up towards the sky. Good. Again, check your pelvis. Then we're going to lower the legs, using the back of your legs to pull down. Good. Float them back up. Inhale, exhale, back of legs pull. And if you're practicing on the replay and you don't have the sensation of moving from the back of your legs, take your strap and just slide it down to the back of your leg. You might have to hold it depending on your angle and you might not be able to lift as high, but having that little tactile sense of this is where the energy comes from for the leg there, you're welcome to do that. All right, leg circles. So we'll press down through the center, out to the side as low as you can for as long as you can while you circle up and to center. Yep. The straps might go slack at the top. Good, and we'll do 2 more this way. And then we'll reverse after this one. Good. Another way. Pardon me? Sorry, good. And last one. How does that feel? Feels good? Then you can bring those feet back into your monkey feet, knees wide. Grab onto your hardware, just pull yourself up into a nice little bow, but let the straps hold you. So if you pull them straight toward you and let your feet resist, you should feel like you're almost hanging off the straps for a moment. Then you can curl back down. Yeah? Good. Yep. And then just like Marty, then if it feels good to open all the way back up, you can do that. Yes. Good. All right. And then we're going to take the straps off the feet. And then gently let the straps, don't let the straps go. So I'm trying to say, don't let the straps go. Hold on to them. You're going to kick yourself over onto your belly. And we're going to have just a little bit of swan to eagle. So arms are long. Face down, kneecaps up. Just float your sternum up. Open the collarbones up. You can see your head. And then one more time. Actually, 2 more times. Just want to warm that up. Good. And last one. Then we're going to add those arms in. So now it becomes like flying eagle. So you come up, pull the elbows to our waist. Knuckles turn and face the ground and push back. And now we try to stand on those straps with our hands. Really lift ourselves up. The arms are going to circle out to the side and upward toward our ears. And then we lower ourselves down. So inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, slide the elbows to your sides. Knuckles under as you exhale, press back. Arms circle. Inhale as they come forward. And down. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. Good. And around. That's it. And forward. Good. And down. Good. Now you can let your straps gently go. Hands on either side of your armpits. Press up into a cat. And then release. Good. Yep. And then up again. And release. Good. And then we'll have a little sassy cat. So take your shoulder toward your hip. That's it, gang. And then up through the middle, nice and round to the other side. Shoulder toward that hip. Should feel good. Nice big side stretch. Good. And to the center. Good. So I'm going to tuck my toes so I can lift my hips. Walk the hands back toward the feet. Good. You're welcome to hang there if that feels good to your body. You can hang there with support on your legs. Good. And then you gently round yourself up. I know. One shoulder then the other. Good. And then take those arms forward, open wide. There you go, good. Find yourself. So I just got myself doing this. I'm opening wide. Get stacked. There we go, heads over. Good. All right. Oh, okay, you have to show us your cute boots again. Have you guys seen Marty's little house boots? They're the cutest ever. Look at those. Look at those little boots. Aren't those awesome? I love them. Very cute. So, all right, everybody. Take your cuteness factor with you into the weekend. Look for pretty things wherever you can. It's good for your soul, right? And not just man-made, but natural. I think you guys are all on that same boat. We ride that boat ride. Look for the beautiful things.